Hi, it's Yuva. In this video I would like to talk about Nova. So the build I prefer to go for, talk about the talents in it, and then show you the combos you can do with her, like how much damage you can expect on few talent tiers. And after that I have a highlights video prepared to show you how all of that works in game. I used to play a lot of Nova back then before the rework. He had way more damage for the playstyle of backline assassin. Basically, you didn't even have to use your ultimate to one-shot someone. Now it's not the case. You need to use the ultimate to kill squishes even, which is fine. Oh, let's talk about the talents there. Like, my build is strongly affected by the way I used to play Nova before rework. I know there's like some Q talents, like Q builds, but I highly prefer this one that I go for every game. Like on level 1, I go for the W talent. Even though I'm testing the mana regen and movement speed, I find this one the best because it gives you slightly better early game. Because you slow for more, so it's easier for your team to follow on the kill. While you gank a lane or like on objectives, like early objectives. The reason I'm not going for the long shot is since my playstyle is in anyway used to flank and I want to use my autos in the combo. I always need to be in, like before I W, I need to be range of auto attack, so this talent is oh, much useless for me. Since it's only buff, you know, like one auto and I'm doing like 2, even 3 autos there. It's more about the slow that lets you be sure that you're gonna hit the precision strike at level 10. Especially on targets that have increased movement speed like Lunara. That's why I prefer this talent. On level 4, I go the rapid protection. Just because at level 16, I always go lethal decoy and it also makes you save a little bit of mana. Since now I use a lot of mana. Level 7 is 1 in the chamber. Like basically the first damage talent here if you can get those auto and chain them properly with spells. As I said, if someone's going for the Q talent, like it's fine, but that's not my playstyle. And for the snipe talent, you need to wait like for the power spike at level 13. And really just play from the back and snipe people carefully. On level 10 always precision strike. I dislike triple tap since it can get blocked. But also it has way longer cooldown. Precision strike with the low cooldown is really flexible. You can look for kills in between objectives, you can even use it to clear waves. I do a lot. On level 13 it's double tap, since it's like the only damage talent on this tier. And level 16 is lethal decoy. You can go for creeping shot if you think you're not gonna, like your decoy is not gonna be able to do damage on the target you want. But lethal decoy is more damage. Like you can see Clone alone doing 900 damage. Of course, if you cannot expect like 900 damage on the target, you should expect like 500 burst damage in combo. Like you can see it's like between 500 to 600 damage burst. You rarely gonna get full damage because the target will be either dead by that time or run away. So let's see the combos. As I said, I played a lot of Nova back then. whole trick with her was to use the level 1 talent that was increasing your Q damage by 20% in stealth and 1 second after stealth. And on level 13 back then, no, yeah, on level 16 back then, you had the crippling shot. So from that level, you wanted to have your W before your Q buff expire. Before your Q, basically, so you get the increased damage. But you had to do it fast enough to get the Q damage since it was only 1 second. While getting auto attacks in also. And using the one in the chamber. Now it doesn't mean that it's not important that much because you know you don't have the Q talent and I don't even go for the clipping shot. But it still has some uses, the playstyle. And so what you wanna do is while you auto attacking you want to click W, so your auto attack will get buffed while in air. Like that's how Heroes of the Storm works. If you have 3 rings attacks, follow through, stuff like that, if you trigger them while your auto attack is flying, the auto attack will get buffed. Not the next one, the next auto, but the one you already used. So what you want to do is be for sure in auto attack range. You want to click auto attacker and W, and it will make you auto get the one in the chamber buff. And also, you know, you wanna use like 2-3 spells in one moment, which make you get the highest DPS you can get with Nova. So let's hit again. This is pretty fast combo. Start with auto, follow with W, and then Q. You do like 3 action in one, and then you have like another auto that is already buffed by snipe. So that's what you want to do with autos. You of course try to put the clone into it. Like after 16, this trick is not as important, but you should still do it because it makes you get the highest DPS. But because you can just clone before that, you will always have the increased damage even if you miss this. So with clone, it's quite decent amount of damage. If you are even level and your target got poked by, I don't know, Vala multi-shot like Sylvanas, KT or Liming, you can pretty much one-shot him without ultimate. As you can see, like it's enough damage to one-shot another Nova. But since the build is using the precision strike and have the slow on level 1, obviously you want to use the precision strike, and also you need it most of the time because a lot of the carries have way more HP than Nova has. Like some of them have like 3k 500 even on level 16, so you need to use the ultimate. Combo with ultimates. You want to use your ultimate same time as you W is hitting the target, so you're sure you will hit it on the slow target. There's some trick with it, like if you play versus Fastat or heroes with escape mechanics, you kinda want to wait for them to use this and then slow them second time, or just predict where they're gonna, you know, use the escape and precision strike there. But if you go versus Falstad or Lunara, you just do whole combo on them and run away. In most cases it should be enough damage to kill a carry, especially if he's pre-poked. Okay. So let's also see like how much damage you can see on 13. I usually with assassins check the damage you can pull off at level 13 and 16, because most of them used to or are still getting the most important talents on those talent tiers. That's just my habit. So level 13 with ultimate, you again can kill another Nova. With our ultimate it's not that much damage, but it's still, you know, pretty decent burst. Level 13, level 16.
Choose a talent.
And then I will go for level 20 because I forgot about that. Like once you get used to this combo, it's pretty easy to do it. A lot of clicking though, especially with precision strike, and you know, at level 20 with the rewind. Especially if you want, you know, to get the W auto attack combo. Let's see the 20. Yeah, at 20 I forgot.
Choose a talent.
See the 20 now. I always go for rewind. Like back then, the old Nova, I used the blink. I can blink to finish people or kill someone and blink away. Now they gave us some random ghost protocol. Second charge could be not bad. But the thing is, because they increase the damage of lethal decoy, double clone is actually pretty strong. You can see how much damage double clone is doing. It's a lot of damage by clones only. You should not really pass that. And also, what you need to know is rewind only giving you one charge of W. So to get the most yes on level 20, what you want to do is do standard combo with one W, Q, instant rewind, put clone and spam your Ws after sniping. So let's see it. I had cooldowns on, so I will do it again. That's a lot of damage even without ultimate. With ultimate it's even more. Way than enough to kill a tank. Of course, most cases you're not gonna be able to kill a tank like that, since they will use some defensive cooldowns, escape mechanics. But if you happen to find a poke tank and you know he has no hardened shield or no escape, you can actually try to kill tank solo. So as I said, if they are in team, like if it's like 5 versus 5 fight, it's unlikely you will kill him unless he's really overextending and he's like playing solo tank comp and your team can follow. Then you have a chance, even a high chance to kill it, but you should probably just look for a backlane target to pop. Like you can see the damage with ultimate now is really high. It's way done enough to kill every squishy in the game. You might need to wait for the right time, get the most value out of your clones, like if your target is in the middle of the team. But once you get him isolated or like rotating, or you get on a flank position, then you're most likely gonna kill him with that. Okay, so that is for the talk, and let's jump into the highlight video.
Locked and loaded.
So yeah, that was the highlight video. Hopefully it showed how effective Nova can be at following people or getting to the backline and one-shot someone. Now I just gonna talk briefly about maps and when to pick Nova, when to not pick, what can counter her, and that will be all for this video. So generally, like, Nova can be actually good on most maps. The weakest probably is Tomb, the Spider Queen, since it's like low map. You not necessarily might fight people solo split pushing on this map, since pretty small, and it's like there's a lot of wave clear needed on this map. So not only it might be hard for Nova there, but also it might kill some people in your team. On the other hand, if they have a lot of squishes, she's as good as on each other map. Since late game, if you hit a carry, then you're gonna win the game probably. But as I said, since it's really wave clear dependent map, if your enemies already have a lot of that, you might consider picking something else to not get snowballed too hard. Even though if they have Sylvanas, it's really good time to pick Nova to try to just kill her, but yeah. Each other map should be fine. Garden of Terror is a long map, so if there's opportunity to get Nova there, the same case, if you get kills late game, you're probably gonna win the game. So keeping in mind that the game might go long and Nova is spoil spiking late game, it's not that bad map for her, and you can always go into plant early game. People don't like her on Inferno Shrine, but I think it's fine that you can flank and snipe someone from the back while their front lane is doing the skeletons, so you should be pretty safe. There's a lot of vents, bashes that you can hide in after getting a snipe. When you should pick Nova, like I don't care that much, but I try to avoid picking it into like beefy comps, jumper comps, maybe like with not enough squeeze. Like if I see KT, if I see Sylvanas, if I see an enemy team is stacking squishes, then I most of the times go for her. But if they have like Greymans, teamings with force armor, then it might be tough, but not necessary. Might need to like change the playstyle and wait for Greyman to be poked, because like you cannot 1v1 Greyman, because if he's good, he's just gonna dodge your precision strike, he just jump on you and and kill you straight away. So you basically have to alter the playstyle. More of a like a backline damage dealer, not a backline killer. What else there? Picks that are like strong versus Nova. Like you should always go Spell Shield versus her on. Like even on Grandmaster level games, I see people picking beaming and they don't go Force Armor. That's the biggest mistake you can do. Like, cause beaming is actually not that bad versus Nova. If you go the Force Armor, since you have the blink, you have the reset on blink, dodge her damage. You can just jump on her and try to kill the Nova if it helps you with that. And Force Armor makes sure you're not gonna die too easily. Same goes for Sylvanas. Like, of course, Wild Runner is nice, but you need the spell damage to not get one-shotted by Nova, because pretty much Sylvanas is a one-shot target for Nova. Get a slow on her and precision strike and she's dead, unless get healed instantly by a support. People think Tassadar is good versus Nova. I personally don't really agree, because like you can just play around the vision. Like the vision is there, okay, you are still mounted, no one's gonna kill you. Just wait till the vision is down, and after the vision is down, what they have is Tassadar that is not really good on his own versus Nova. Of course the shields are annoying, making you not be able to like one-shot someone, but you can always put a lot of damage on Tassadar, or if he's not shielding, get a snipe. I don't really mind if people pick Tassadar. More of the other picks that might get a lot of defense now versus Nova due to Tassadar, but the vision is not countering her at all, at least from my experience. Just slightly annoying, you have to wait a little bit longer till you can go on back, but you will eventually get there. So yeah, I guess that's all. Thanks to you all for watching.